A time capsule that lay inside the walls of the Finnish Labour Temple for more than 100 years was opened today for the first time. The capsule was recovered during the demolition of the building following the devastating fire in December. And the contents have now been donated to the Finnish Historical Society of Thunder Bay. Lee Noonan was there.
The capsule contained the text of the speech given during the 1909 Cornerstone ceremony, the minutes of the meeting where the Finnish Socialist Local voted to build the Labour Temple, a copy of a Finnish-American newspaper, and two very rare copies, one on paper and one on silk, of the Työkansa, a Finnish newspaper published in Port Arthur. No other complete copies of the historic paper are known to exist. Jorma Halonen, vice chair of the Thunder Bay Finnish-Canadian Historical Society, opened the capsule. He will be working with Society President Saku Pinta to translate the speech, which focused on anti-militarism and the socialist project to overthrow capitalism.
A lot of the blue-collar workers tended to be quite intellectual. Moses Hall, like I said, the guy who wrote the speech, had only grade 8 education, but he had read philosophy, he had read economics of the time, he had read even Darwin on evolution, obviously, since he wrote a primer on evolution. These guys thought about big ideas.
The artifacts will be preserved at Lakehead University, where, once the restoration is complete, they will be publicly accessible. University archivist Sarah Janes was on hand to ensure proper handling of the 113-year-old documents.
Yeah, the documents do seem to be in good condition. We have material that's both paper and we have documents that are printed on silk. And they are a little bit damp, they have a little bit of surface damage, but they're still very readable and will be very usable and understandable for people.
Janes expects that the water damage to the documents is largely attributable to the firefighting efforts. The Finnish bookstore and Brad McKinnon, the developer who acquired the landmark building before it was lost to the fire, are using the occasion to launch a fundraising initiative, selling books and bricks from the Labour Temple to offset costs for the new condo project that will occupy the site.
Our goal with the brick and the book fundraiser is to raise $100,000 to be put towards rebuilding the historic facade of the Finnish Labour Temple, most notably the tower, the cupola, the side towers.
The bricks are reclaimed from the original facade and printed with the dates of its construction and of the fire. Local historian and author Kathy Toivonen has been commissioned to produce a coffee table book that will also be sold as part of the fundraiser. She's looking to collect stories and photos from the Labour Temple's more recent history.
When we think about the Finnish Labour Temple, it's been a home to comedy festivals, and the Hoito was featured in You've Got to Eat Here. So there's a lot of things that have happened contemporary in modern times that we'd like to bring to the forefront.
Anyone who'd like to share their stories of the historic building is encouraged to come down to the Finnish bookstore, bring your photos, write down some memories, or just get more info on the project. Lee Noonan, TBT News.